Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I love this convergence of summer solstice, first day of summer, Father's Day, Juneteenth, and you lovely people being here in the room. Welcome y'all. Let's sing together this great summer song, Let Your Love Flow.
Happy Father's Day, everybody, and happy summer solstice. It's the longest day of the year. They get shorter from here, folks. That's the bad news, but the good news is you're at the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living, where transformation happens. I'm Linda Brewer. I'm so glad I have the privilege of welcoming all of you. I see a number of new faces. I think Megan brought her crew. Indeed. All right. Love streamers, please tell us where you are and say hello to each other and send each other a virtual hug, since you don't get to do it in person like we do here. Our center is a spiritual community that teaches the philosophy for daily living based on spiritual principles and practices that are universal among religions. We honor every pathway by which people seek to know and connect with the divine, and we work on our individual consciousness so that we can help make the world a better place. One of the ways we do that is by committing to our promise statement, so if you're willing to do that, please say that with us. We promise to embody love, compassion, and kindness everywhere we go, and to be the peaceful presence we want to experience in this world. We recognize the divine oneness in everyone and everything, including all living creatures, Mother Earth, and the universe. We promise to be generous, sharing our time, talents, and treasures as we serve from the highest truth that love is the way. Recognizing and embodying this love for all, we help create a world that works for everyone. Thank you. Our theme this month is Pride with a Higher, Deeper Love, and we are so blessed to have Megan Sillito back with us. Her talk and her workshop are called Love, the Portal to the Highest Magic, and I know it will be magical because she always is. Our special music today is our own beloved duo, MotherShip, Rory and Delanne. Woohoo! Our practitioners serving today are Teresa Martin, sharing a reading, a time of sacred silence before our centering music leads us into the time of her sacred prayer, and Sue Gardner holding high watch, recognizing throughout this service that the best and highest is unfolding as we share this sacred time together. If you've never tried it, I encourage you to check out our 9:30 book study in the Retreat Center downstairs. This is a great way to dive more deeply into our theme for the month and the book of the month. And it's also just a great way to get to know people a little more than you're able to do while just sitting here listening in the service. This June book is All About Love by Bell Hooks. You do not have to have read the book to take part, so please check that out if you like. If you want to get a head start on what's coming up, the book for July and August will be The Anatomy of Awakening by Dr. Sue Morter. And rumor has it Reverend Cindy and Megan may be stopping in for those. I don't know. Just hear this gossip around here. All right, who's here for the first time? We'd love to raise your hand and let us welcome you. Come on, I see some faces I don't recognize. All right, great. If you haven't already done so, we have some information for you out at the hospitality desk, and we just want to affirm for you that you will experience a blessing here this morning, so thank you so much for being here. All right, here are some of the highlights about the many things coming up, which you can always find out on our website, which is spirituallyfree.org, or if you're in that hallway outside, you'll see the wall is papered with flyers of all the things that are coming up. All right, today, following the service, Megan will be offering one of her life-enhancing workshops. This one is called Love, the Portal to the Highest Magic, and is designed to help you transform your life by removing your internal barriers to letting love in, while letting more love flow out through you. I'm sure she will tell us more about it during her talk today, so that you just won't be able to wait to get downstairs. We will have a light lunch for those attending the workshop, so after the service, please head down there and take part in that. All right, I meant to bring it up here and failed to do so. We have another raffle basket that next week will be the drawing, so if you would like, these baskets are worth probably hundreds of dollars. And so buy a raffle ticket. And if you bought them online, you can pick up your tickets, show your receipt to the hospitality team, and they will give them to you. Or you can buy them out there from them after the service or before the service next week. Be for sure you get them before next week's service because we'll be doing the drawing during the service. So check that out. Also, this Friday, June 26th, our monthly Friday experience will feature our own Renelle Smith. Just looks so fascinating to me. She's going to be facilitating an event called Love Seat. I have two in my living room. A community transformation experience. It will include some simple Tai Chi and meditation, as well as the opportunity to experience how an individual and a group can be transformed when the group holds space for one individual. Does that describe it? Okay. That's really true, and it's really fascinating. So please check that out. That is Friday night at 6 downstairs in the Retreat Center. All right, Pride Haven will not have their usual fourth Saturday meeting in the Retreat Center because we're going to be at Pride, the Salt Lake City Pride Festival, Saturday from 12 to 10. and Sunday from 11 to 7. So Pride Haven is invited to meet at our booth on Saturday at 3 o'clock. So if that's something you normally do, it'll be happening at the Pride Festival. We would love to have more help for being part of that booth, helping to set up, clean up, and to just greet people. It's a great way to let people who don't know about the Salt Lake Center know about us. So we encourage you to please sign up and help be part of that if you are able. So, all right. This is that part of the service where I always remind you that our center was founded on and it is grounded in prayer. Our professional prayer practitioners are trained in the art and science of affirmative prayer so that if you're ever having a tough time in your life, they can know that there is a divine purpose in that, and they will know that for you until you can know it yourself. If you're anything like me, when I'm in the midst of it, it's really hard to see that, and it's so very helpful to have somebody who can see that and know it for me. So they will be available after the service in the room right across the hall if you would like a quick prayer. There's also a prayer box outside on the hospitality table where you can submit a prayer request, and you can also submit one on the website. All right, so right now I invite you to settle in, allow Teresa's reading, some sacred silence, and the centering music to connect you with that spirit that lives within, and then Teresa will lead us in prayer.
Hello. Hi. This week is all about love. Everything that is happening is about love. So I'm going to read an excerpt from Bell Hook's book, All About Love. Spiritual life is first and foremost about commitment to a way of thinking and behaving that honors principles of interbeing and interconnectedness. When we choose to lead a spirit-filled life, we recognize and celebrate the presence of transcendent spirits. Some people call this presence soul, God, the beloved, higher consciousness, or higher power. Still others say that this force is what it is because it cannot be named. To them, it is simply spirit moving in us and through us. A commitment to spiritual life necessarily means that we embrace the eternal principle that love is all, everything, and our true destiny. In A Path with Heart, Jack Cornfield shares, the longing for love and the movement of love is underneath all of our activities. Spirituality and spiritual life give us the strength to love. Spiritual teachers are important guides to provide a catalyst for our spiritual awakening. Another source of spiritual growth is communion and fellowship with like-minded souls. For many of us, church was the first place that we heard a counter-narrative of love, one that differed from the confused messages about love learned in dysfunctional families. When we begin to experience the sacred in our everyday lives, we bring to mundane tasks a quality of concentration and engagement that lifts the spirit because we recognize the divine spirit that's everywhere. This is especially true when we face difficulties. Spiritual practice does not need to be connected to organized religion to be meaningful, because the spiritual awakening that is slowly taking place counterculturally will become more of a daily norm as we see love everywhere. Let's sit in the silence for a few moments, and I'll come back with a prayer.
this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. And I know this voice of love, it is singing through my life. It is all I am, every part of me. It's all that I choose to be. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love.
As I feel that love presence in each and every one, in the music, in our band, in everyone that's here, and in those online, there is only love. Everywhere present, we are made of love. There is love in everything we do, everything we see, everything around us, in the trees, the wind, the breath. All of life comes from love. And in this moment, I am so grateful for that love, for that heals and sets us free, as Delan just said, or sang. And as we feel that love in ourselves and for one another, let's spread it around this week. We hear it in Megan's talk. We see it in every gesture, in every person here that expresses that love to one another, that feels it within the community. This community is made of love. Every volunteer, our band, our AV, our practitioners, our minister, everyone around. We are all blessed by this love. So right now I send a blessing to each and every one, whether you're here or online or not even present right now. But knowing that love is your destiny, it is who we really are. I bless each and every one. As I release my word, I let it be, as together we say, and so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Teresa. I invite you once again, sing along with us. It's a great medley by Ben Howard and Bob Marley. With my own two hands. Thanks for singing along. It's my privilege to introduce our special music today. Can you believe this duo gave a premiere at the Utah Arts Festival last Friday? And they did a fantastic job. I can't wait to hear what they have planned today. Well, I did hear a little of their rehearsal, I have to admit. You are in for a treat. Let's welcome back the amazing MotherShip.
Thank you, Rick. So good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning. Dell-Ann and I in MotherShip have traversed all four corners of our circular galaxy looking for songs. But we found two really good ones for Father's Day, and by all means, sing along with us. Mm-hmm. This first one's by Kenny Loggins that highlights the lovely and talented Dell-Ann on vocals.
Thank you.
People smile and tell me I'm the lucky one. We've just begun. I think I'm gonna have a son. He will be like him and me, as free as a dove, conceived in love. The sun is gonna shine above.
Seems as though a month ago I was beta Chi. I never got high. Our Lord, I was a sorry guy. Now a smile, a face, a girl who shares my name. I'm through with the game. This boy will never be the same.
And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything's gonna be alright. Pisces, Virgo rising is a very good sign. Strong and kind, and a little boy is mine. Now I see a family where there once was none. We've just begun. I think we're gonna fly to the sun. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything is gonna be alright. Love the boy who holds the world in a paper cup. Come on, drink it up. Love him and he'll bring you luck. And if you find that he helps your mind, take him home. Girl, don't you live alone. Try to earn what lovers own. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything is gonna be alright.
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to start saying that every morning when I rise to remind myself everything's going to be all right. I had forgotten this about Megan. You grew up in Canada on a farm. And while she was there, she discovered that she had a very different perspective on life. To her, it was supposed to be fun. And as soon as she was able, she went out in the world to search for ways to make it fun. As an explorer by nature and a creator by choice, Megan has spent nearly 3 decades diving into the worlds of personal transformation, human potential, consciousness, and creation. Equal parts curious scientist, spiritual adventurer, and practical guide, she has studied, tested, embodied, and distilled countless approaches into a unique body of work that helps people reconnect with their own power, possibility, and magic. Her work is known for blending depth with playfulness, wisdom with experimentation, and profound transformation with a refreshing sense of ease. Megan's gift of truly seeing people enables her to tailor-made facilitations that activate access to one's true potency. Please welcome Megan Sillito.
Okay, so before I start, I don't want to forget any of you, so I'm going to take a picture. Say love. Woohoo! Thanks for playing, you guys. I always thought it's not fair because most of the footage is on the speaker, but for me, like our engagement, our relationship, the exchange that we have in the next 25 minutes is where it's at. It's not about me. It's about our conversation we're going to have. So I have an invitation since we're talking about love. And the invitation is to just ask any barriers that you might have to love to just drop. Just drop. And you don't even have to know how. You just have to ask them. You know how like when you go into an elevator, part of what's uncomfortable is everybody's pulling it up. They're all pulling up the barriers. Don't talk to me. Oh, and then it feels really awkward because you're sitting there with all these walls between you. So it's something that I do almost every day, several times a day, because sometimes I have barriers up to myself. When having a barrier up to yourself looks like judging yourself, looks like rationalizing something that you want to do or that you love to do, and now you're trying to figure out, oh, maybe I shouldn't do it, and da-da-da-da-da. That's actually putting barriers between you and divine love. So every day, a couple times a day, if you get nothing else from today, I invite you to just go, barriers down. The way that I imagine it is like a car window. And on a particularly testy day, I might ask the barriers behind my barriers behind the barriers to all go down. Innocently, we have, through our lives, learned that we need protections. And as little kids, you know, suppressing dissociation, all of that was what we knew to do. And every time you suppress, every time you dissociate, you put a barrier between you and the world. But unfortunately, those barriers are non-discriminatory. So they keep out love. They keep out joy. They keep out magic. So I just thought to begin, let's lower all of that and see what kind of love we can open up to today. Now, some love is felt. And mostly that felt love is human love. Then there's something called divine love that comes through the high heart. And that isn't always felt, but it is always known. Human love prepares us for divine love. And we're going to talk about that today because human love is impotent too. And I want to invite you to open up to experience something you may never have experienced before in quite this same way. Because every moment is that opportunity. Unfortunately, we walk around with our always already thinking on about what's available, what could happen, and I'm going to go to church, and maybe I'll feel pretty good, and. But I really want to open the door for you to have a willingness to be surprised today. Everybody in? Who's willing to be surprised? How? No wonder I took a picture of you guys. You're players. Woohoo. Okay. So I want to read you. This is probably my favorite poem in the whole world. And for me, it really speaks of what's possible when we allow ourselves to have having love made to us through the divine. Anybody familiar with Hafiz, the Sufi poet? He's my favorite. Okay, here we go. And most of his poems are conversations between him and his teacher, him and his master. My master once entered a phase that whenever I would see him, he would say, "Hafiz, how did you ever become a pregnant woman?" Hafiz. And I would reply, "Dear Attar, you must be speaking the truth, but all of what you say is a mystery to me." Many months passed in his blessed company, but one day I lost my patience upon hearing that old refrain and blurted out, "Stop calling me a pregnant woman." And Attar replied, "Someday, my sweet Hafiz, all the nonsense in your brain will dry up like a stagnant pool of water beneath the sun. Though if you want to know the truth, I can so clearly see that God has made love with you, and the whole universe is germinating inside of your belly. And wonderful words, such enlightening words, will take birth from you and be cradled against thousands of hearts. When we allow the divine to make love to us, to enter us, to be us, that is creation walking. Because when the cauldron called you gets going, and you then open up to that specific ingredient called divine love, it's like fire. It changes everything. You know, for those of you who cook, you know your special recipe that has that one ingredient, and people always ask, "What's that one ingredient? What is it?" Because it changes everything. Divine love changes everything. Divine love says, there is nothing outside this circle. There's nothing that exists outside this circle because it is all, as you said so beautifully this morning, divine love. There's nothing outside the circle. So how do we open up to that? Oh, first we have to kind of understand human love. Now, human love, limited as it is the threshing field that opens us to divine, right? So human love, we have a few attachments, right? To how people show up in our life. We have a few attachments to who we're supposed to be worthy of it, to who they're supposed to be worthy of our love. And if you're not acting how I think, I'm going to pull that over here, right? It's innocently, we've learned to love that way. It's not wrong or bad. It's just sort of a first stage, if you will. You know, it's baby steps. It's a first stage. It can be really beautiful. Like, you know, when you fall in love and you got all the feels. It's like, whoa, you don't even need to eat. You're living on love, baby. Right? Human love can be beautiful. It's just the first stage. So it has a few little attachments. It has a little conditionality to it, but it's really quite beautiful. You know? Divine love, on the other hand, comes in and it can change anything. Divine love brings us grace. Divine love doesn't separate, doesn't judge. But if we're talking about ingredients in the cauldron of what it is we're creating, that's like fire. It comes in and it can go change an entire situation. Rises up. And we hit that place sometimes, right? Like, I loved the music this morning. That was such, in the world of alchemy, that was some of the base ingredients swirling around in here. Because music has that capacity often to transcend that conditionality, right? Okay, so how do we get to the metaphor that I'm going to be playing with today is a metaphor that I play with a lot in my Qigong, Neigong studies, and it's basically the difference between the small room and the big room. Okay? So the small room is kind of contained, kind of intense, kind of small-minded, if you will, right? Something's happening. It shouldn't be happening to me. This is awful. Small room, in the small room, anger might be aggressive or violent in the small room. In the small room, fear might take us out and have us not show up and give our gifts to the world in the small room because there's not a lot of room, right? So it can only be one thing, and it's kind of narrow. So in the small room, so human love is a small room love, right? It looks more through a narrow focus, right? Big room love sees anger or fear or hurt or joy even as a divine refiner's fire, the base ingredients for the alchemy that is required to go to the higher frequencies. Throughout my career, I'm probably have extensive training in 12 to 15 modalities. And the thing I find the most interesting is everybody disagrees about what emotion is. It's the weirdest thing. We do not understand emotions in this realm, right? You know, some more spiritual practices are like, we don't need lower feelings. And other modalities are like, it's all about feelings, stir, 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 right? And it's like, it's very confusing to navigate out there. So recently, I've come to look at emotion or feeling as just the base ingredients in alchemy. That's it. But what determines the kind of soup you come out with determines whether you're in the small room or the big room. Right? If you're in the small room working through feelings, that alchemy, that soup's not going to taste so good. It's that cake you made with salt instead of sugar. You know, it's like, woo, that didn't turn out so good, right? So, and I've come to look at all emotion as sacred. And as we allow, if we're in the big room, i.e., this is for me. Oh, something's rising because it requires transmutation, because apparently I want to make some gold, right? So we know the alchemists of old, their whole deal was turning lead into gold, and I don't know, I think that might have been literal to a degree. They were doing that, right? But I actually think the real lead to gold is created inside of us. We are the lead to gold experiment walking around the planet right now. And in the world of duality, there's lots of lead to work with. Right? There's no shortage of lead. Isn't that great? We'll never run out of ingredients. This is fantastic, right? So, if I can take the energy of whatever is swirling and moving through me, and I can use things like breath, I can use things like fire, which we might play with a little bit today, because fire is one of those great alchemical substances, right? That can burn things, transform things to a higher energy, to a higher frequency. Now, one of the things that's uber important if all emotion is going to be sacred and you're going to stay in the big room is you've got to drop below the story. Okay? Our stories, let me be included in the group picture, in all of our stories creates a barrier to understanding the true purpose for those emotional energies. Because we just go clunk, clunk, clunk in our head. And why did she and her that and da 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 da. Staying in the story with regard to what's happening for you emotionally is small room. And again, you probably might get to the cake. It's just going to be salty, or maybe it's going to drop because you didn't get enough of whatever it makes that rise. What makes cake rise? I can't believe I'm using a cake metaphor and I can't even pull this off. What makes cake rise? Eggs. What else? Baking powder. Right. Okay, so in the small room, you might not have the eggs and the baking powder and you got the flat cake. It's not wrong. It's not bad. It's just not maybe the cake you wanted. You're coming over into sacred emotion, big room energy. And what you're dealing with in big room energy is just a bunch of bits moving through your body. Energy, pulses. If you let go of the story, it's arising, sometimes even if you pay attention, some tingling, which is kind of nice. If you're, it's a little bonus extra. If you're willing to stay out of the story, all of a sudden, there's a different thing that happens, like a rising that happens. One of my favorite tools that I use when I get stuck in the story, because it's easy for me to say, don't get in the story. Well, we all get in the freaking stories because that's what we've been taught, that we have to tell our story over and over again, right? One of the fastest ways I know to get to sacred emotion is like the question that I ask, and this is just in Meganese. You can find your own question. What is the true underneath this? And I ask my body, and I ask my soul, and I ask my spirit to show me the true. What is the deeper truth here? And the deeper truth is that always something is rising because it wants a higher form of expression. Always something is rising, right? When a relationship is in conflict, it's because something is rising. If you make it about the story, then it can't rise. If you're in a process of betrayal, and you're in the story, that whatever that was there for cannot rise. It's not that it can't ever, it just gets put on a shelf, so to speak, for another day and another time. And the good news is the universe loves you so much, it will bring it up again. It knows you need to rise. It knows that. And the universe freaking loves us. It's like, no, like, I don't want them to live their lives holding that level of suppression. You know, so it's going to send one of its favorite teachers in the form of some kind of a-hole. Poke, 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 poke. Or maybe somebody you just didn't expect showing up in a way you didn't expect them to show up. And it messes with your mind. Right? Part of what I believe, and again, this is World According to Megan. This is chapter 7, verse 2. Appendix. Footnote. So, because I've done so much study and not had any kind of thing that felt like, this is what we say emotion is. It doesn't exist. So I have to just offer what I've noticed. After, I don't know how many people that I've seen, how many clients I've seen over the years. I'm going to guess between students and clients, probably close to 10 to 20,000. And that's where this is coming from. Because over the years, I've seen over and over and over again that if they will transmute, i.e., and transmutation can look like feeling, it can look like releasing, it can look like breath work, it can look like all the ways that we can transmute emotional energy. Okay? There's a lot of different ways. Tapping, I'm a rapid eye practitioner. There's all kind of ways that we can transmute that feeling. But the reason that we have those feelings is because we're developing the bandwidth of intensity. Like all the stuff we went through as children, and many of us adults, these hard things that we say to our Creator, why are you doing this? Is that a small room or a big room response? Small room. Yeah, you guys are getting it. All right. So, small room response, why is this happening to me? Big room response is, oh, something's growing. Something's wanting to rise. Something's strengthening. Something that I've realized very recently, as I have just come through a why period of my life, is that it was preparing me for the intensity of love. What love really is intense AF. If I can say that, you guys can fill in your version of F. Okay? It's intense AF. You want to know? You think pain, hurt, sadness, sorrow is intense? I'd like you to sit in 10 minutes of pure joy and not shrink back from it. Let it get bigger inside of you. Let it grow inside of you. See how you like them apples? Most people can only experience joy for 4 to 6 seconds before they have to go, oh, shiny things, let's go over here. Oh, no, that's a little too much. Now, why is that? And I'm going to talk, because joy is a very close frequency to love, but we're getting there, okay? Joy, pure, unbridled joy, is no joke. And why we tend to pump fear through our culture is that the people that are, I would say, like to control the cosmos and the universe, they can control us better at lower frequencies, at fear. But I'm going to tell you right now, when somebody is in unbridled joy, you can't control that. And you cannot control them. And you cannot control yourself, which is why you don't let yourself hang out there very long. I just like get all crazy, end up in jail or something, get kicked out, right? My mentor, Gay Hendricks, said one of his questions, because I have, you know, those of us who have bigger energy have always kind of on the precipice of like, I could really get kicked out of the whole world. I've been kicked out of cities. I've been kicked out of, where is it that you gamble? Casinos? I mean, I've been kicked out of places, right? So I'm like, if I'm going to be all of this, I'm going to get kicked out of some stuff, right? And he said, what is it that your heart wants to do that is so passionate and profound for you that you would be willing to get kicked out over and over again to be it and do it? That's when you're getting closer to purpose, kids. Is if you're willing to be it no matter what. And to me, joy is one of those frequencies. Love is one of those frequencies. Do you know how freaked out we get about love? We kill people that have a lot of love. Historically, the people who walk in divine love, where they're walking through the world, looking at people with love pouring out of them and pouring out of their eyes, we go, holy shit, you have to die now, because I can't deal with this. Right? That's so weird. So I'm poking up some subconscious with you guys right now, because that's the underlying program that has us go, love just a little, open just a little. And in fact, maybe we don't even want to trust divine love. We keep that at bay and keep our human love, right? Because that pregnancy situation where we allow divine love to come in and be us, that explodes cosmos, universes. And at that point, it's impossible to be kicked out because, like I said, there's nothing outside of divine love. You become so in that divinity that you're everything. And how can you get kicked out of everything? You can't. Right? Human love says, I love you because. Divine love says, I am love. I am nothing but love, and nothing but love, and nothing but love. I will be it in every moment and in every interaction. I am it. And the work of that kind of alchemy is working with those sacred emotions and raising them, moving them, transmuting them until that bandwidth is developed. You know, like little babies learn to walk by falling on their ass. Literally. Because the muscles that it takes to stand up as a baby are the same muscles that must develop for them to walk. If they didn't fall down, they would never learn how to walk. And I tell you right now, if a bunch of 40-year-olds were learning to walk for the first time, we would never learn how to walk. Because we won't let ourselves fall down. Right? Just roll around. That'd be funny. Any visuals in here come up with that? That was awesome. My people got the visuals. That was a funny scene in my head. Okay, so. The bandwidth of our life experience are the things that we might say hard. That is developing the muscles That is developing the bandwidth and the intensity, the ability to sustain and be in intensity of energy and life force. Life force is pretty cool, and it's intense too, right? We have to practice that intensity so that we can be in the intensity of these higher frequencies of joy, love, gratitude. Like when you get going on gratitude, that's big stuff, right? It's like, whoa, whoa. That's so cool when that stuff starts running through us. And if we're being honest, sometimes even though after a wave of big divine love or gratitude or joy, we might go, whew, that was intense. Because we're babies and we're learning how to hold different intensities. I believe some of the biggest intensity is the intensity of our magic. When you are in your magic, and what I mean by magic is the things that you love to do, the things that you could do all day long and not get tired, the things that when you're in a space and like there's no time, right? That is uber intense. That's one of the highest frequencies we can run through us. Like some of you in the room might be healers. I know that there are a lot of prayer practitioners in the room. When you're doing prayer, like you, madam, knocked my socks off a few weeks ago with the magic and the power and the potency of the energy that moves through you when you pray, and probably other times, but for sure when you pray, because whoo-wee, I could feel my cells change in that moment with you. I knew things were about to change because you were that catalytic love that came into this cauldron and went, right? Thank you. But we have to learn how to sustain that. If you aren't doing the work of what happens in the small room and moving it into the big room, you'll never develop the capacity to run that kind of energy through you, that kind of life force through you, right? So, I'm talking a good talk, but there is work to be done to get to a place where we really can live. And I believe we're designed to live as love, as divinity. That is the change that's happening on planet Earth right now. And there's some struggling going on about that. Are we going to choose it? But also individually in each one of us. Are we going to choose that greater version of ourselves? Or are we going to slide back into safety and like suppression, depression, spinning around in our stories so that we never have to touch the glory and the magnificence of who we are? Because it's intense. But, the good news is I've learned that I don't need to get okay with being kicked out of the room or the city anymore, because when I am this, I am everything and I'm unkick-outable. That's a good new word for me. I've been kicked out a lot, so I am unkick-outable. I like that very much. Okay. So, I want to invite everybody to continue this conversation downstairs with me for how long do I get with the people? An hour, hour and a half-ish? Okay. And you get lunch. But I want to take you through some alchemical processes to show you how to transmute these lower energies that we fight with, depression, all those things that keep us in the small room. And I'm going to lead you over to the big room and see what's possible as you develop the capacities to expand your bandwidth for divinity, for love, for joy, for the magic that you came to be. If you're somewhere like this, there's something else. There's something more to get to because you're showing up here every week or wherever you're showing up to get more of it. So, That was fun. Did you guys have fun? Or was it just me up here? Having the Megan show. Right on. So I want to thank you for your presence with me today, for letting whatever part of this in, and for the energy I felt coming back in the exchange that alchemized me. So thank you. So I understand that I get to offer the prayer. So I'm going to do that. Dear Divine Creator, I ask that for the bravery and the courage to open ourselves to love, to the human love, to the divine love, to everything in between, and all the kind of love we don't even know about yet. I ask for the courage to receive the intensity of the love that we do not yet know that we are, that we may feel it and live it cellularly in every cell of our bodies. I'm going to ask a special blessing for all of our guides and angels and masters of light to come close, like that we could feel them against our skin. That we can feel the divinity inside of ourselves, changing us, healing us, opening us to a greater consciousness that we still do not yet even know we are. We are grateful that we get to live at a time, the time of the change, the time that we all signed up to be here. And even though we bitch a little about it, we know that we are here for this reason, to make a greater choice over and over again, and bless us that we may have the support, that you may be in us and in not just having our back, but being our back in choosing greater, in choosing love. Thank you for this moment where we could come together and exchange this most precious gift that you have given us, love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Amen. Okay, now's a moment where we get to show love. It is time for the offering. And I think something about higher levels of alchemy, the gifting and receiving happen very quickly. Like when you're walking through a forest, the gifting and receiving with trees is instant. We offer carbon dioxide, they give us oxygen. It's instant, it's happening simultaneously. As humans, we're a little bit slower, and I think for me, being able to offer something from our hearts, a financial donation, is an opportunity to practice that gifting and receiving, because whatever is given is coming back to us all the time. And the least attachment that we have to what we give, the more that comes back. When we give with sticky fingers, you know what I mean by sticky fingers? We give us, I don't know. What that actually does, it's actually not about the constricting of the out, it constricts the in. Because you're squeezing the channel from which things can come. I talk a lot. That was fast. Yes. So, if you haven't heard me talk about money, I really love the energy of money. And money is a consciousness and an energy. And money tapped me on the shoulders, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 years ago, and said to me, it is time for the spiritual conscious people to choose me. And if the unconscious, anti-conscious people keep choosing, that's what's going to be in the world. So I think it's really important that we now choose abundance, not just like abundance of all things, but including money, because it is here to help us make the change that we're coming into at this time. So let me add it. Let me add the money. All right.
You guys can help with your hands too.
Thank you. Oh, that was so much better, you guys. Let's bless the money. And as we're blessing this money, and any money that's gone out in the last week, bless it that it returned to you many-fold, however many folds it would like. Beautiful. Dear Divine Creator, we ask that you bless this financial currency. Not just this, but the financial currency that is in every one of our bank accounts, and the bank accounts of those that we love, and the bank accounts of those who are making a difference in this world. And we ask for the infinite gifting and receiving and the reciprocity and generosity of Spirit to multiply this like the fishes and loaves. Let's multiply this in multiplying our love, multiplying our hearts, multiplying this cauldron we call life. And so it is.
So it is.
All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. I've been set free, I'm released. I've been set free, I'm released. The burden of my past is gone away at last. I've been set free, I'm released. All that I need comes to me. More than I need comes to me. Light of love and grace shine upon my face. More than I need comes to me. More than I need comes to me.
Let's hear some more from MotherShip. Yeah.
I have confirmed it with Raj. The more guitars you switch, the cooler you are. Isn't that what you told me? More buttons you have to press with your feet, too. You know, there's actually a genre of music, and I saw a guy at the Arts Festival doing it called shoegaze, because the guitar players always tends to be really guitar heavy. But we're not going to play shoegaze. On our journey around the galaxy and MotherShip, we were looking for the normal family. Guess what we discovered? Remember what we discovered?
Yeah.
There is no normal family.
No
Whatever you
normal.
grew up with is normal for you. The story behind this song is just too good not to tell real briefly. In the 1880s, Samuel Clemens, Mark Twain, had a friendly wager with a fellow essayist about whether or not it was possible to be your own grandpa. And they wrote an essay about it. And then in 1947, a guy named Dwight Latham, so a famous songwriter, had a team, Dwight Latham, Mo Jaffe, and a D. Latham. Dwight Latham ran across that essay, and he had a friendly wager that they could write that into a song. Came out for a comedy duo called Lonzo and Oscar in '47, and it's been covered. I bet I found 15 different covers of it, looking into it, including Willie Nelson. This has a chorus that we would love to hear you sing along on. This is called "I'm My Own Grandpa." Many, many years ago, when I was 23, I was married to a widow who was pretty as can be. That widow had a grown-up daughter who had hair of red. My father fell in love with her, and soon they two were wed. This made my dad my son-in-law and changed my very life. For my mother, my daughter was my mother, 'cause she was my father's wife. But to complicate the matter, even though it brought me joy, I soon became the father of a bouncing baby boy.
Now, wait a minute. Does that mean
I don't know what it means. Why don't you tell us?
your little tiny baby was a brother-in-law to your dad? And also was your uncle?
Yet it made me very sad. For if he was my uncle, then it also made him brother of the widow's grown-up daughter, who of course was the stepmother. I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. Well, it sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. Well, father's wife then had a son who kept him on the run.
And he became your grandchild, for he was your daughter's son.
Now my wife is my mother's mother, and it makes me blue, because although she is my wife,
She's your grandmother too.
okay, everybody now, sing it. I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. Well, it sounds funny, I know, but really is so. I'm my own grandpa.
Okay, I'm still confused.
You're confused.
So then,
Well, you know, I'm trying to write the family trust.
if your wife is your grandmother, then you're her grandchild.
Yeah, now you're getting it. You're getting it really good. And every time I think of it, nearly drives me wild. For now I have become the strangest case I ever saw.
As husband of your grandmother,
I am my own grandpa.
Now if your wife is your grandmother, then you're her grandchild.
Oh man, every time I think of it, nearly drives me wild. For now I have become the strangest case we ever saw.
As husband of your grandmother,
I am my own grandpa. One more time. I'm my own grandpa. Oh, really good. I'm my own grandpa. I think you guys have heard this before.
it sounds funny, I know,
but really is so. I'm my own grandpa. One more time. I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but really is so. I'm my own grandpa. Thank you very much.
So I know it's a very strange prop, but it has a purpose. Some of you know that our dear Ricardo Romero is taking a very long hiatus. We don't know how long, but he's accepted a gig in Phoenix, and who knows where it might take him. I don't want to say goodbye, and he wouldn't let me. So we'll say so long, farewell, have a good sabbatical. Ricardo has been with my band for over 15 years. I saw him play with one of my dear friends down at the Rose Wagner Theater, and I wanted that drummer. So I had to beg Reverend Marty, let me have a drummer in my band. And it's just been astounding. His dedication, his love for our community, his connection with each one of us in our band. It's been a second family, and Ricardo has been that loving, gentle, consistent strength in the group. And I just wanted to honor him. We're going to have cake, and I don't think he can eat any cake, but he certainly deserves the world and all the best, and I know this community has a connection to that too. So I just wanted us to give a warm round of applause and just bring all of the energy of that last 15 years with so much gratitude for Ricardo Romero.
This will give us a chance to clap again, but we also have just a little something for you. That's why I'm trying to get you to come up so I don't have to come over. Come on. Don't be shy.
Almost got out of it. It's so close.
I mean, you know, Reverend Cindy put me in charge. We got to have you come and receive, okay? That's an important part. But this is just a little something, not only from the board, but from the whole community. We really love and appreciate you. So, thank you.
We love you, man. Megan, that was incredible, that talk. You always, whenever you speak, you get me thinking, and I have so many questions, and see, now I can't wait for your workshop. You just present things in a different perspective that it's inspiring. It's in ways that only you can do it. And I so appreciate it. We have a lot to look forward to this afternoon, a light lunch and that workshop. Remember, next week, choir practice. If you haven't received music and a practice recording, please see me, and I'll make sure you get that. I've either made a boo-boo with your email address or whatever. Just make sure that you get that music. Love to have you here at rehearsal next week after services. Remember, the practitioners are always available after service. If you'd like a prayer, just right across the hall.
Friday experience.
Oh, the Friday experience, yes. With Renell, yeah, that'd be great. 6 o'clock? Yeah, 6 o'clock here in the retreat center, right? Which is downstairs on the first floor. Yeah, be there. Yeah,
And sign up to help with Pride.
oh, thank you. See, I'm showing my age up here. I can't remember things. All right, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful week. Enjoy these beginnings of summer. All right, let's stand and sing our closing song.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I believe it's not too late. Together we can change the world. Lay the puzzle pieces out. Find out what it's all about. Together we can change the world. I could start this by myself, but I'm asking for your help. Together we can change the world. Sailing past where it's been charted. Roll your sleeves up, let's get started. Together we can change the world. Together we can change the world. change.